Got Nightmare Files for the video, man. On this beautiful Thursday, well, when y'all watching this, it's gonna be Thursday. I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna hit y'all with a Mr. Nightmare video. He just dropped like, you know what I'm saying? He just dropped like a couple minutes ago, but you know what I'm saying? Why do that when, you know, I gotta do Halloween videos? So, let's go ahead, you know what I'm saying, get into this video. How's y'all day going? You know what I'm saying? Birthday on Sunday. Miss y'all. Y'all niggas better tell me happy birthday too, nigga. I'm coming to y'all house, nigga. Eat y'all cakes up, nigga. No diddy.
I was a junior at George Mason University in Virginia in 2022. I've since graduated last spring with a degree in musical theater. I stayed another year because of credit issues. Between 2021 and 2024, I worked as an RA to keep myself productive. I enjoyed my job at times because I would throw events as RAs could do that. And I would also talk to other residents who lived in the dorms. Other times I would enjoy it, specifically this one time. The 2022 spring semester was coming right up, and I moved in a day earlier because I was told to. The next day then came and people are moving in. It was a busy day and I was tired of walking around helping people move in, and I barely got to sit down. Around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, a kid named Brandon arrived and was ready to move in. I introduced myself, checked him in, and he was all settled in. Something about him made me feel a little off. He seemed very socially awkward. I assumed he was somewhat on the spectrum, but that didn't really bother me. I didn't worry about too much. It just helped everyone else move in for the rest of the day. It was now March, and I was having a pretty great semester to say the least. I got a part that I wanted, that I auditioned for. Made a lot of new friends, and more importantly, I was getting good grades. We would rehearse every day, and one day, a band joined the rehearsals. Once they came, I saw who everyone in the band was. One face I recognized in that band, and it was Brandon, a guy who dormed in the building that I worked in. He was the drummer for the band. When we were rehearsing together, he would continuously stare at me. I felt really uneasy, but I would just pretend that I didn't notice that he stared at me. I figured that he must have a crush on me or something. So all of us were together for what I would say was like a month and a half. And then we had our show, and that was that. I was so happy that we had finally finished that play for two reasons. One, we worked our asses off and now we had free time. Two, that boy Brandon, he wouldn't have to stare at me.
I ain't gonna count, nigga. If we get to a point, I can stare at you every day, nigga. I gotta shoot my shot. Fuck. It ain't nothing wrong with
still
trying.
have to see him.
You gotta. What's the word you can
in the
say?
same building as
No.
me while working as an RA. It was now late April, and
What's
there
the
were
word?
like 2 weeks left of school.
What's the worst she can say? No.
Nothing happened for the next week, but the week later, something happened that never in a million years that I thought would ever happen to me. On Thursday night, it was my turn to work as the RA. Nothing happened for an hour. Everything was chill. I was on my phone scrolling through Instagram. All of a sudden, I heard footsteps approaching me. When I turned my head, I saw pure horror. Right in front of me was Brandon. This time, he was completely naked, and worst of all, he was smiling at me.
Nigga, what?
I couldn't believe what my eyes were seeing. I then was sending blow-up texts to all of my friends in a group chat about what was going on. As I was doing this, I then heard another pair of footsteps. It was his roommate, Steven. He was running and he begged for me not to call the resident hall director.
Nigga, what?
I said okay, and I saw him literally pulling and dragging Brandon to their room, and then went out of view. I was still processing what was going on. I then decided that I would take a short walk to clear my brain. I listened to Steven and I didn't call the resident hall director. Saturday then came.
Females, what y'all would've did? I know it's hella females on my shit. What y'all would've did? Motherfucker come running down to you naked. What y'all would've did, man?
And Brandon moved out that day. I had to act normal for my job. I saw his dad come to help him move out, and I helped him as well. Although I didn't tell my boss what he did, I did tell his dad. I expected him to completely lose it on Brandon, but he quite frankly did the complete opposite. He assured me that he just has autism and that he isn't harmful. Using autism as an excuse for what he did is unacceptable. Most autistic people would not do that, as far as my knowledge, unless you have severe autism. The only thing I could think of was that...
Don't worry. I mean, shit. My brother be running around this bitch naked. He got autism. Shit. No cap. But that ain't no excuse though.
He had an episode.
Definitely not no excuse.
I then checked Brandon out. He and his father.
And my little brother.
I now felt
12,
peace as they were gone.
13.
I told a few friends what had happened, and they told me something even more devastating. A formal dance took place 2 weeks ago, and I didn't end up going. At the formal, Brandon apparently took pictures under numerous girls' skirts, which included some of my friends.
Oh, nah, hell no.
No girl knew about this until this one guy told.
This nigga do not got autism. This nigga got the nerve to do all that. That nigga do not got autism, cuz. Daddy bullshit. Daddy definitely bullshit.
I was so disgusted to hear this. I never saw Brandon again after this. He either left the school or he moved to another campus. The scene of him keeps replaying in my head every day, and I had to immediately see a therapist after this. I was definitely traumatized. I was pretty relieved that I didn't see him again, and I want to keep it that way.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Use that for excuses fucking crazy though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
20 years ago today, something so traumatizing happened that it almost made me want to end my own life. And I'll tell you why. I was a freshman at San Diego State University, and I was already having a blast. I would go to countless parties and would sometimes get blacked out drunk. I would love it each time that I would go to a party. Only this one specific night made me realize what the reality of college parties are. I got invited to a Pi Beta Phi sorority party. Now, I heard that this sorority had the worst reputation on campus, but I decided to go against my...
And you still went anyway. And you still went.
Judgment because there was nothing I liked more than partying. So I ended up going. It was 7:30 when I arrived at the party and it looked lit. And I saw a lot of people there. I walked in and I saw some people that I had already met before there. And we greeted each other. The next person I saw was a girl named Gabby. I saw her at prior parties and she was always in my English class. We said hi to each other and we gave each other a hug. We talked for a little while and then she told me that she had to use the bathroom. She was gone for like 5 minutes. After 5 minutes had passed, I saw a wallet drop behind me. I turned back to see who dropped it and Gabby was right behind me. She asked if I could pick it up for her. I told her sure. Now this was about 2 feet away from the couch, so I had to get up. I took a step or two, and I picked it up and I gave it back to her while she was still behind me. She didn't thank me, and she walked back over to the couch. We talked more for like another 20 minutes, and I kept sipping my drink or beer. All of a sudden, my vision got blurry, and I was out about 2 seconds later. I woke up the next morning to see my jeans along with my underwear pulled down. My whole crotch was exposed. It felt very weird, and it had a strong odor. My heart was racing and I assumed the worst, so I called a car service to take me to the hospital. I then arrived at the hospital. I walked to the front desk and I asked if I could see a doctor. The person working at the front desk told me I could do that, and I would have to wait. I then met with a doctor.
Y'all female love them sorority motherfuckers. They got it bad. If they got bad reputation, I ain't going. And 9 times out of 10, all of them got it. All them Q dolls and all them other motherfuckers, that sorority bullshit. I don't fuck with it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I had to check
all that
the
dancing and shit.
What they found inside of my body would end up becoming my worst nightmare. I had been a roofie. And somebody had done something to me that I would never forget. The doctor found out who did it. It was none other than Gabby. I was so much disgusted I threw up in the garbage can right.
Stop, because there might be some cues. That squad. My bad, y'all. My bad. If y'all squad, my bad, bro. I'm sorry. Don't beat me up, bro.
Next to me. Now I finally remembered when I got roofied. It was when I picked up her wallet. She purposely dropped it so that she can drug me and do horrible things to me when I was out cold. I called my parents and I discussed the situation I was in. They couldn't even give me any advice as they were in just as much as awe as I was in. A few days had passed and I had to make a decision. I actually made 2 decisions. The first decision was to completely drop out of college because of the horrendous incident that occurred to me. And my second decision was to press charges against Gabby and to sue her. A trial took place 2 weeks later, so you know what decision I made. I testified against Gabby, and she was found guilty and was later sentenced to 8 years in prison. I never went back to college after this, and have since then worked a normal job from 9 to 5.
That's fucked up. I feel bad for any female. I feel bad for any female that have to do some bullshit like that, man. Like, if it was up to me, nigga, you get a 15-year minimum for rape, nigga. Consecutive. Like, I don't see how niggas get hard for that shit. Personally. Shit,
$76, please?
I need $76. I'll pay you back when I get paid next week. Just download the Albert app. They'll spot you for $250 and...
This happened back in 2009. A program has an underground parking lot attached to a lounge of our own, located behind the cafeteria. Couples liked going there because it was always empty because it had a back door leading to the parking lot that was barely lit up. Barely anyone parked there, and so I found it creepy. Plus, being a horror fan, I knew that was a perfect opportunity for something to go wrong. Long story short, I came out of class one day, and this kid I don't know starts walking.
Nigga, I've been watching horror movies since I was a child, nigga. It ain't none scary movie that I haven't watched. It's either slasher or paranormal as a kid, nigga. Nigga, if I see any red flags in real life, nigga, I'm ignoring them. Dark alleyway, I might go through it, bro. No, I might got some shit on me that'll spark the whole goddamn alley up. And not no nines either.
Up to me, almost confrontational.
But it ain't about that. It's about
I have my knife
though,
set with
in
me,
case you don't have
and
one.
I pull out a handle,
You know?
readying to defend myself. He stops and hands me a paper. It reads, "Meet me in the lounge." I look at him in confusion and ask who sent him that note. Was it my boyfriend or someone in the culinary program, or maybe a friend from high school? He shakes his head and he says he doesn't know, but I should go. I question him on what this person looks like. He refuses to give me any information. I chuckle nervously. I put the note in my pocket and I walk past the kid and head to class. He starts following me, asking me if I was going to go. I try ignoring him, heading toward the library to get into the public place. He follows me. He tries telling me I should go, that it's my destiny or some crap along those lines. I glare at him and I pick up the pace, trying to head downstairs to the cafeteria in hopes of finding a classmate and losing the kid. He runs at the same pace, telling me he doesn't understand why I'm not going. I tell him, because I don't want to go, and I go away.
Damn.
He heads into the cafeteria. I head into the cafeteria.
What you talking about, nigga?
By now, he's really creeping me out. I grab from my phone.
Hey, y'all remember that? Speaking of something creepy like that, y'all remember that movie it was I don't know who was it, but it was I remember because I reacted to it. It's called Girl of the Hour. It was a show. That dude was a serial killer, but he was on a show type shit. Y'all know they made a movie out of that shit on Netflix. Y'all gotta go watch that. It was a scene in just like that. Y'all gotta go watch that shit. I just put y'all on now. Y'all better thank me in the comments.
Call the police, but instead, I see a class.
The most dumbest serial killer I ever seen.
The kid follows me, pointing towards where the lounge is and telling me I'm going the wrong way. I instantly panic and I tell my classmate what's going on. He approaches the kid and tells him to leave me alone, and that I have a boyfriend and I'm not interested. The kid tells me that they're waiting for me in the lounge and not to take long. His words give me chills. My classmate walks me to our student restaurant area, and he asks for some others to come with us. 3 of my other colleagues, they come with us to the lounge, and there's no one there. I get freaked out and I decide to go home. They walk me through the campus to the parking lot, where I call my parents and I get a ride. One of the others stays with me, while the classmate who defended me goes to report the behavior to our teachers, who use the lounge as a secondary office sometimes. He then comes back to tell me that they're going to investigate and to keep an eye out for suspicious activity of that kid. A few days later, I learned that a girl had been assaulted in the area, having parked there during the finals and going through the lounge. The The school newspaper has reported
Hey,
it,
man.
but there are no details.
Man who do that are fucking
They had
weak.
never even said if the person was caught. I literally felt my
If
stomach
it's over
drop,
me,
hoping that the girl was okay and hoping that those people get caught. I reported my incident to the newspaper team, but they claimed she never dealt with anything like that, or anything like a note. They never found the suspects. My mom is glad I listened to my gut and I didn't go. To this day,
I always
I
listen
still
to your
get chills
gut
thinking
the
about
first
it.
time.
The girl recovered, but she got jumped, but had no money, so they just left her, I guess. And she escaped with a few minor injuries.
Oh, I thought they were
They
talking
never
about the
caught
second
the
story.
attackers, and I never saw the strange kid again. All I can think of is why me. If they were going for money, I was so poor I literally lived off sesame crackers donated by my classmates because I had no money. I'm just glad that the girl is okay, and that I listened to my gut. Who knows what would have happened if I
That's
had
another
gone.
reason I ain't go to college. I wasn't finna be broke. I'm sorry. No cap. Nigga, I had about 20, 30,000 when I was 17, 18, 19. I ain't gonna lie. But, bruh, the first story, like, it wasn't no excuse for him to be doing what he was doing. Autistic. If he autistic, he would have needed, you know what I'm saying, assistance for real. That was an excuse. Second story, I hate men that do that. Personally, if it was up to me, I would do I spit on your grave on motherfuckers that do shit like that. Personally, that's just me. I look at you less of a man if you do that. You them definitions of a monster. 3, I'm glad this last story. I'm glad that she went with her instinct. You feel me, and didn't go. Because it is some evil motherfuckers out here in the world, and evil motherfuckers on campus. You know what I'm saying? It's monsters everywhere. You feel me? You don't know everybody that you go to college with. Y'all make sure y'all be safe and y'all stay on y'all heads and toes when y'all at these college campuses, man. Because these motherfuckers out here evil and all for themselves. That being said, see you when I see y'all. Let's ride, nigga.
Don't you come back no more. What you say?